Yes. Good. సురేష్ సార్ ఉంటారు. సురేష్ కదా. సురేష్ గారు వెళ్ళిపోతారు వేరే పెళ్ళికి. మీకు అప్పటి గారికి ఏం చెప్పండి, రాజు సొంతంగా గవర్నమెంట్ చెప్పండి, నేను ఇచ్చేస్తాను. ఎందుకంటే ఆయన వేరే పెళ్ళికి వెళ్ళిపోతాను. నేను సురేష్ చెప్పండి, రాజాని కాదు చెప్పండి, నేను ఇచ్చేస్తాను. మధు, సో చెప్పండి, కింద రాజు గారు ఇచ్చేస్తాను. Hello. Right. I hope online I'm audible. Let's see. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Hey, why you all scattered, Ray? You all can sit at one place now. Okay, let it be. Now, screen is okay now? No. Brightness. No, that is too bright because it's new. Yeah. And okay. Did you all remember what we discussed in the last class? We discussed something called events. Sir, we have come across good end. There is one more thing which you need to learn, which is asynchronous JavaScript. This week you will learn asynchronous JavaScript, promises, fetch, APIs, classes, all the things. Mostly by end of the next week, your course will be completed, including the project. By mid of the next week, your JavaScript will be over. In 2-3 days, we will do project, we will do some HR or some questions and all. Mostly by next Saturday, your course will be completed. Okay, sir? Next Saturday, not this Saturday. Okay? Now, let's see what we have to discuss next. File, open folder. CSS JS4. Now, let's go here, ma. In last class, we discussed something called events. An event can be triggered. An event can be triggered. And when you trigger an event, some action will happen, like calling a function. Okay. And the function can able to take that value event and can able to print it like event.target, something kind of one also. Okay. If you understand this concept well, you can able to do so many things. There are different types of events: event handlers, event listeners. Okay. Usually on click, on hover, on mouse over. Those are event handlers. Event listeners, you will write it add event listener. When you write it listeners, there is one concept called event propagation. Event propagation. Propagation means it will have either parent to child or child to parent. Imagine from nested child, it is coming parent, parent, parent. That is called bubbling. Bubbling means child to parent, it will come to the end. You can also do reverse, which is called capturing. And by default, bubbling will be there. We already did that process, like where you can use that bubbling and all. Okay. Now, let's start our main logic, sir, today. Here it concludes. Here it concludes the events. Let me give it here. Event listeners. Event listeners are used to listen specific event, and triggers an action the moment event occurs. The moment event occurs, we will trigger an action. Also, events can be propagated propagated from child to parent in nested elements is known as bubbling. We can do reverse by making third argument true, third argument true, which is called as which is called as capturing. We did bubbling and capturing in the last classes, sir. Let's see today's concept. If you understand these 3 days, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, majority of the JavaScript will be over. You already know, you already know 60%, which is DOM. But what you don't know is whatever you did till now is front end data only. But what if I want to get data from backend? How this front end connects to the backend? What does it mean by API? What are these things? That's all will be discussed in this particular 1 to 3 days, like till Wednesday. Once you know them, once you can able to solve them, then we'll do something bigger programming. Is it clear, ma? Okay, let's start, sir. Today's topic, the important one, which is asynchronous programming. Async.js. Sorry, async.txt. Now, let's start, sir. JavaScript is synchronous, single-threaded programming language. What does it mean by synchronous? Does anyone know what does it mean by synchronous, ma? Synchronous बोले तो क्या है? Any guess? Huh? Not understand what? At a time? No, 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 no. Synchronous means line by line. Synchronous means line by line. They arrange. They will get it one after the another. And single threaded means one task at a time. Single threaded means one task at a time, sir. That means JavaScript will do one task at a time, and after one task is over, only it will go to next task. It will not do two tasks at a time, and it cannot do directly skipping, like line by line only it will do. Sir, line number 6, line number 7, line number 8. Now line number 6 it will do, then only it will go to line number 7, then only it will go to line number 8. If line number 6 is taking time, it will wait. It will not leave the line number 6 and directly like it will not wait. It will be like running one after the another quickly. Sir, from 6 to 8 can I go? No, it will not do like that. Is it clear, ma? Now let's try this statement, but in a sequence. It's, it is true. Online, so many people answered it nicely. But in JavaScript, asynchronous is also possible. Also possible. Asynchronous is also possible. We can do asynchronous by so many logics. Like for example, timers or something like fetch. Fetch also will do asynchronous. Now let's try it first. Timers, sir. Timers. I will show you the code. Very simple. Timers are web API, web API provided by browser. What is it mean by web API? Web API means they are not part of JavaScript. The Google Chrome or whatever the browser will provide them. Like console. Is console is part of the JavaScript, ma? Is console part of JavaScript? No. Then console is part of what? Browser. Browser will give the console. Right or not? Sir, understand JavaScript don't know console. Console knows JavaScript. Right or not? Similarly, document is also provided by browser only, not JavaScript. Document is also provided by browser only, not JavaScript. We write it now. We did whole DOM manipulation, right? Document dot get element by ID, document dot create element. That is all actually part of browser. They are not provided by JavaScript. If you go to server side programming, imagine you are doing Node.js, that is also JavaScript only. You will not use document. Why? Because no server will not have any browser. Okay? Browsers will provide some things, and those are called web APIs. And one of the web API is timer. Basically, basically today's class is about asynchronous programming. Asynchronous programming means your program should wait. Your program should wait. It should take some time. Asynchronous programming should take time, but JavaScript originally will not do asynchronous. JavaScript originally will not do asynchronous. Let's try it, sir. Let's see how it will work. First timers I will show you. Then slowly we will do fetch. Once you understand fetch, everything is over. Now let's see timers. Index.html, script.js. Now here script src dot slash. Now go here. Now there are two timers available. There are two timers available. Set timeout, set interval. Set timeout, set interval. Default functions, they are provided by browser. Now, let me write it here. One function, display console.log hello async. Now, if I call display, let me call this function go live, right click, console. Now, everyone, if I run this, what it will print on the screen, ma? If I do this, what it will print? Hello sync. Any doubts? Very simple, na? I wanted hello sync to print after 5 minutes. Will it print immediately or after certain time, sir? Immediate. But I wanted to wait for 5 minutes. I wanted to take some time, 5 seconds at least. Then you will use whatever the programming logic that is called asynchronous programming. Why? Because it makes you to wait for some time. Normal synchronous program don't wait. Normal JavaScript will not wait for any guy. It will go on. But asynchronous programming will make you wait. Are you getting? How do you do that, sir? Go here, set timeout. Which function you are calling? Display. Call that display. How much time you want? 1 second is 1000 milliseconds. 1 second is 1000. 5 seconds. 5,000. Can anyone tell me what will happen now? After 5 seconds, it will print a display. Now refresh it. Anything is printing, sir? After 5 seconds, it printed, sir. Doubt, ma? This is called set timeout. Set timeout will take two values. One is function which has to execute. One is callback function. Second one is time. Callback function and time. Time it will take it always in milliseconds. Time it will take always in milliseconds. Any doubts? Is it clear? Clear? Now, write a function to generate OTP after 10 seconds. Can you write it, sir, everyone? Do it, sir, everyone. Try it, ma. If anyone did not understand, please ask me, ma. Open your books and do it, sir. Quickly. Now, I hope everyone done this. Any doubts in this? But how many times the function is running now? How many times the function is running now? One time. Only one time, na? What if every 5 seconds I want it to run? Every 5 seconds I want something to run. Like checking the status. Okay, updating some fields. Like this, if I wanted everything to be run again and again, then I will use set interval. Set interval. Instead of set timeout, use set interval, call the function, display, comma, 1000. What will happen, sir? For every 1 second, this function will call again and again and again. Can you see it? It's calling it multiple times and it's printing it. What is the difference between set timeout and set interval? And what this timeout and interval will do? Your program will run like after 1 second. Now, quickly. Does anyone have any questions, sir? Acha, till now it is easy. But you are not, you need to understand how this asynchronous programming works now. Now, let me explain to you now. I will give here this also 1 second. This every 1 second. Now go here for let I equals to 0, I less than 99, I plus plus, console dot log I. Can anyone give me output of this? 0 to 99. Will they be first or hello sync will be first? That is the question. Huh? Which one is first? Loop. What if in loop I gave, now which one is first, sir? First loop print అయ్యి now understand this logic one more time. Here actually the trick is there. Let me repeat it the question. Imagine the function with the display console dot log hello async, and you are calling this hello async set timeouts, and you are running this hello async after 0001. Oh, literally you can write one, kuch nahi hota. Can anyone tell me what is it mean by one? Is it 1 second or 1 millisecond? 1 millisecond is very small, na? Perfect, sir. Now I read it here console.log hello world. Hello world. Now my question is very simple to the online and offline people. Which one comes first? What is the use of this file set timeout? I think everyone knows what is set timeout, na? Set timeout will take one function and it will call that function and then it will run it. After certain 1 millisecond, it will run call function. Okay. Now some people are saying it hello world. Any other choice, ma? Hello world only. Answer hello world is first. Why? That is what asynchronous functions are. Imagine, see the program it wants to run, but it is saying it like I will run after 1 millisecond. See, 1 millisecond is like it will be very fast, but still your JavaScript don't wait for anyone. Because I told you, JavaScript will never wait for anyone. Directly it will go to the next statement. And what it is saying it? Hello world. Okay, acha hai. This is easy. Now imagine this hello world. I keep it in a loop. Let I is equals to 0, I less than I plus plus. Then it will be like console.log hello world. Now first one, it came to this point. It is asking, do you want to run? And it will say no, I will run after 1 millisecond. And immediately JavaScript will be like chod do. It will go to the next one. Then it started printing hello world na. Sir, to print this hello world 10,000 times, actually the loop will run 10,000 times. Imagine the loop 9,999. Anyway, if the loop is running 10,000 times, by this time 1 millisecond will be over na, right or not? So it should print that logic na, but it will not. Okay, now everyone listen to this. Most people will think this logic like this. In middle it will print. No, it won't. No, it won't. How it will work? Asynchronous logics works in this way. If you remember in the initial days when I explained you JS engine, I explained you the biryani process. Did you remember that, ma? We discussed one execution content. We discussed call stack. Did you remember that? Let's go to that point one more time. Now here, this is the program. Now this program, it is running. To run the whole program, sir, to run the whole program, to run the whole program, JavaScript will keep one call stack. To run this program, JavaScript will keep one call stack. Okay. Now first, it likes to come. It will come this line. And what it says, sir? It says, I will run after 1 second. I will run after 1 second. Immediately, JavaScript will push this one into one queue. It will push this one into one queue. This is called task queue, or people call it event loop queue. This is called task queue or event loop queue. Now, immediately next one, hello world will come. It will run the hello world. After hello world is run, when whole call stack is empty, when whole call stack is empty, then it will, this task queue will come here. Whatever the elements in the task queue. Let me explain with the same story. Concentrate on the story, sir, which is very simple. In a class, there are 6 students. Online, listen to this. You will get it now. In a class, there are 6 students. Okay. Now, sir is asking each one questions. Okay. Now he is asking each guy one question. Any doubts till now? No. He asked the first one question. And the first one said, I need some time to think. And the sir said it, get out. Till now, any doubts? Till now, any doubts, sir? Because sir will not wait for that guy, na? And sir asked the second question for second guy. And the second guy also said it like, I will wait some time. So what it will happen, sir? Get out. कोई doubt है? नहीं. And he asked the third guy. And third guy answered, sir. Third guy answered. So chhod do. Now fourth guy, he said it like, I will take shorter time. Then what will happen, sir? Perfect. Let's go out. Now, fourth one answered, fifth one answered. Till now, do you have any doubts in the story, sir? Now, everyone in the room are over na now. Total 6 students are over na. Now, what the sir will do, sir? Any guess what the sir will do? He will ask these guys again question, na? Because they said they will take time, na? Now, these people should ask question, na? Any doubts? Now, when sir is empty, means when sir is free of work, when everyone is over, then these guys should come one by one. Imagine this guy came, answered. Nice, perfect. This guy said it, came. And instead of answering, he said it like, again, I will take time. So what will happen? Again, get out. Now this guy came, answered, and he will be here. And last, again, he will come, answered, and everyone are clear. Any doubts, ma, in this story? And this is what JavaScript asynchronous works. Let's explain the same way JavaScript. You have so many functions or so many statements in JavaScript. Now, JavaScript will have one call stack. Call stack is a SAR. Call stack will run everything, sir. Now, call stack will run all. First, I asked call stack, do I wanted to print the display? And the display guy said it like, I will take 1 second. So immediately what will happen, sir? Get out. So I throw the display. Where it will throw, sir? It should not delete it, na? So it will throw it into one queue. What it is called? One queue. For the people who don't know, call stack is like a stack structure. Stack structure means last in, first out. Any doubts? No. But queue is like whoever goes first, that guy will first out. Like literally in a movie queue. We always stand. If we go first, we will come first. Any doubts? No. So this guy is in the queue now. Display. I throwed it in the queue. He said it, I will answer in 1 millisecond only. But will the JavaScript listen? Even in 1 millisecond, he just throw it into the queue. Then he asked the second one to print. Then it printed everything. It printed hello world first time, second time, third time, literally 10,000 times it printed. Until it printed 10,000 times, until it printed that 10,000 times, where is this display function, sir? Where is this display? Q. Where is this display, ma? Q. But when this display will come, sir, after that loop is over, na? Imagine after loop, one more statement is there. That also should be over. After that, one more line should be there. That also should be over. Until when everyone is over, it will wait. When whole call stack is empty, now call stack is like, ho gaya, pura kaam ho gaya. Then this value will come here and it will run. Any doubts in this now? Any doubts in this now, sir? This queue also called task queue. Task queue or call stack queue or call stack queue. Doubt? Online, is it clear, ma? Online, is it clear, ma? Yeah. But still, one more problem is there. I think you missed one important part in the story. The important part is, take this here. Now, this guy completed the loop. After completing the loop, this guy, how do they know? Here, no one asked this question actually. When three students are outside, when sir is empty inside, how do the students know that the sir is empty now? So that I can go inside. Students are outside, na? How do they know that the sir, all students are completed? Can they know that? No. How do this Q value know that now call stack is empty, I should go? Someone should tell them, na? Right? And there will be always one guy to tell both, and that is called event loop. What is it called? One of the important interview question. Event loop. Event loop always checks call stack. Event loops always checks callback. Call stack, whether call stack is empty or not. Event loop always checks call stack whether it is empty or not. If it is empty, event loop all informs to the queue. If it is not empty, event loop again checks, again checks, again checks. Whenever call stack is empty, it will tell to the event loop, and in the event loop, whatever the functions are there, they will come one by one by one. Any doubts? When you go for React or when you go for Angular, when you go for any kind of JavaScript, most important thing is asynchronous. Okay. Now, I hope you all understand. I will do a small program. Tell me the output of it. Is it clear, ma? Yeah. Now, function. Oh, sorry. Let me comment it out. Function. Um, Set timeout. Function. I write one callback function. I gave it here one console dot log hello set timeout function console dot log I and console dot log I. Hi, hello, hi. Go here. I think this one is it's going in infinite loop. Just let me show it. Right click, inspect console. Hi, hello, bye. Any doubts here? Now, hi printed immediately, but hello takes time and the bye takes time. I hope it clarifies. What if instead of this, I used for this one set interval? Hi, hi, bye bye. Hi, hello, bye. Bolo, bye. Then bye. That's it. Ah, see this. It prints hi, hello, bye. But that hello will print again and again. Okay. Now, online someone asked this set interval and set timeout. Difference क्या है? Set interval is one time. Set set interval is one. Sorry, set timeout is one time. Set interval is like again and again and again. It will go on. Any doubt, sir? No. See, it is running it multiple times for every 1 milliseconds until it will break one point. Actually, the whole call stack will break. It will give one big error like call stack execution exceeded kind of thing. Any doubt, sir? Now, I wanted you to break it. I want you to, how do you break it? There are two anti functions which are like clear interval, clear timeout. Clear interval, clear timeout. Now, let's go here. Let's go here. If let's put some kind of counter, let C is equals to initially 1. C value 1. Every time I run, I will make it C plus plus. Sir, that means how many times the set interval running I can keep a count, na? Right or not? Are you getting my point, sir? Oh, initially C value 0 re. First time it run 1. Second time it run 2. Third time it run 3. Any doubts here? The moment, the moment C reaches, the moment C reaches 5, When C value is 5. When C value is 5, I will make it here clear interval. I have to clear it. But what interval? You have to define, na? Let this all set interval, I will name it. You have to give every function can give some name. If you remember, functions can be treated as a variable. So this whole set interval, I'm giving a name called K. What is the name? And I will say K ko band karo. When it will get band, sir? When it will get stop? 5. Let's rerun it, sir. One time. And if you see total 5 hellos will be there. Can you see that, sir? For first second, it printed hello. For second, bye and hello both got printed. Then third, fourth, five quickly it printed. When it became C5, automatically it stopped. Where I can use it? Uh, for example, for example, OTPs are there. In real time, OTP function will be there. I don't know whether you tried it or not. Imagine you got OTP. It will show you the boxes to enter OTP, and it will show you one option called resend. Did you see that? The resend option will come after 1 minute. They will tell you. After 1 minute, you can click on resend. That's what they will tell you. Imagine before 1 minute, I entered my OTP. Will it show resend? Does it need resend? Are you getting my point? I wrote one function ray. In that function, I said, after 1 minute, resend function ko dikao. But after 1 minute, that guy before 1 minute, in 30 seconds, he entered OTP also. He clicked submit also. Do I need to run the resend? So it has to be stopped. That means after certain logic, you have to stop it. In that case, you will use some functions called clear timeout or clear interval. Clear interval will clear the interval. Clear timeout will clear the timeout. Now I said, imagine this set timeout function by, I said 20,000. That means after 20 seconds, the buy will come, literally. But after 10 seconds, I will stop it. I will write another logic which will stop it after 10 seconds only. So will it ever run, sir? I will give a name here. Let x equals to. Then I will write it here. Clear timeout x. Clear timeout x. And I can say I will run another function set timeout which will contain clear timeout x with 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, this clear timeout will cancel this side timeout. Automatically, you will never print by. Any doubt, sir? Are you all getting my point? Like a stopper ray, time stopper, alarm stopper, those kind of things you can work it on. Clear or not? Clear, ma? Now, actually, the example which I give the OTP is one of the problem in lead code. In lead code, 30 days of challenge, you can try that. Now, let me give you. Now, let's start. Let me give you some projects. Let's start some projects, sir. Simple project. This is just to see timers are to understand asynchronous programming. I think now you got it basic asynchronous programming. We will do fetch and API also. Don't worry. Now let's do a chota project. Project timer index.html. script.js. Now inside this, and in the div, I will write it here. Div time. Then here I will go here. Const timer equals to document dot get element by ID time. I hope you all remembered these things. Okay, we did enough examples to do this ID and all. Now we have a timer now. Inside the timer, you can put anything now. How to get current time? In JavaScript, we have a data type called a date. What is a data type, ma? What is a data type? Date. Date will give you exact date now. I will show you. Let dt equals to new dates. If you write it, it will create a date object. Console.log date. Now, if I run it, what will happen is, if I run it, it will show you current date. Hey, why it is not showing it, right? Huh? 1, 2, 3. Go here. I did not connected the script. Good logic. Dot slash. Connect it. Nice. Now, can you see here it is printing Monday, November 11, 2024, 16:53:47 GMT and all. It will give you whole thing, sir. If you wanted, you can convert it however you wanted. Date object you can convert to however you want. If you say get a time, only time you will get. But sir, time will come milliseconds from midnight. From midnight, how many milliseconds would happen? Guess. 1 second is 1,000. That means 1 minute is 60,000. 1 hour is 60 into 60,000. Like this, it will be so much big number. You will get a time in milliseconds. How do I convert into seconds or minutes? Do reverse math. Divide by 1,000, divide by 60, your logic, whatever it is. Okay, I'm not doing it anyway. If you want, actually, that is the logic behind your Swiggy Zomato. In Swiggy and Zomato, it will show you in 20 seconds, it will come 19 seconds, it will come. What it will happen is, whenever your thing started, it will exactly take 20 minutes. So, for example, this is the number current time, current time. And I will add for 20 minutes, 20 into 60, 1,200, 1,200 into 1,000, something like big number. And that big number, I will add it to this. And I will always subtract. For every 5 minutes you click refresh, I will subtract them and I will convert them into minutes and I will show it to you. You can also implement it. Are you getting my point, ma? Or if you say get a time, get a full year, you will get a year, complete year, 2024. Or get a month, you will get a month. Or you can say get date, you will get the date. Instead, you know what? Get hours, get minutes, and all separate are there. But instead, what I will use is, you can say date dot to locally string. If you write it to local time string, it will give you time in a local format like this, which is the format which we love. And actually, you can change date and time also. Instead of get, you can use dt dot set time. You can define your own time. Okay. Now, this one I am giving it here timer dot text content. Inside the timer, text content will be dt dot to locally time string. Now, this program is printing. If I refresh the screen, see exactly how much time it happened, it is printing it, right or not? But is it updating? I want the clock to work. I want this clock to work. Can anyone tell me how to do? Very good. Logical man. Good. Do it in interval. If you put the same thing in interval every 1 second or every 1 millisecond, it will run and again it will put it. Na? So if I do it, set interval. Inside the interval, sir, I will put one function and here 1000 and let's run this. For every 1 second, it will calculate and it will keep it. Now go here and see. Why it is not working? Oh, because dt is same. It is not bringing the new dt. We have to bring new dt every 1 second. It is literally doing the same thing again and again. Every 1 second, I will take it the time and I will bring it, sir. What is dt? Let dt is not defined. Here dt is not defined. Obviously not defined. Now bolo. Are you getting my point, ma? This one will work again and again and again. Does anyone have any questions? Now I will give you a task. Think about it, everyone. The task is so simple. Put here two buttons. Put here two buttons. One is start, one is stop. Start, stop. If you click on start, then only timer will start. The moment I click on stop, the timer will stop there. Is it clear? Did you all understand the task, ma? You will put two buttons. When you click on the button, the timer will start. When you click on stop, it will stop. Like a stopwatch. Perfect. Sam, into time moving like I didn't understand. Like, see, how do I make time move? Very simple. I did not make time move. Actually, every 1 second, I am bringing new time and I am updating with the new older place. Every 1 second, I am bringing new time and I am writing it. And the time is not updating. Listen, I just take it due. I just take it due. I wrote one function, ma. This function, I keep it here 1 second. That means every 1 second, I will go and I will check what is the new date. The moment I ask date, it will give you date, time, year, everything. But I will be like, only bring a time and give the time into timer. That means for every 1 second, I'm bringing new time and replacing it with the old again and again and again. Is it clear, ma? People will think only seconds are changing. No, actually, whole string I am changing. Online, is it clear, sir? Online, is it clear, ma? Online, can you hear me? Understand this online, whoever did not get it. Initially, I wrote something. Okay, if I write it to 13 and 15, then after 1 second, I will ask again new date and it will give me 2 13 16. And then what I will do, I will just take this 2 13 16. I will just take this and I will write it here again. And again, after 1 second, again I will ask. It will say 2 13 17. Then I will take this and again I will replace it with it. Like this, every 1 second I'm doing it the function again and again. But what I ask you to do is it is starting automatically. I told you put two buttons. If I after I click on the button, I want the time to start. When I click on the button, I want it to stop. Like a time zone, like stopwatch. Something stopwatch you will put now. Can you try it, sir? Can you guys try it, ma? Try it quickly. Try it quickly. We are changing time only, na, sir. Yes, we are not changing. We are asking the time every time the JavaScript. This function is giving it every time the JavaScript. And we are updating it. How date is useful? Date is useful to get it the time, date, month, anything. If you write it that new date, then only the JavaScript will give you time. Browser will give you time because date is stored in browser. Browser will give you the time and date based on browser's function. Date is also a browser one. How to overcome this asynchronous problem? Asynchronous is not a problem actually. Asynchronous is useful. We are making the program asynchronous. Okay, asynchronous is useful feature. Okay, we are not overcoming asynchronous. Asynchronous is useful one in future. Can we write a time in place of date, sir? No, you can't write. New date is the object. The new date is how we create object. Date will give you time and date both. You cannot directly take date time without date. Try this logic, sir. Online, please mention if your answer is okay. Good. Now next one, sir. See, I gave you an example of date one. Actually, we will discuss about the date object in detail when we discuss the extra data types. We have date, set, map, and all extra data types. But does anyone have any doubts here? Sir, how to stop it, sir? How did you stop it? Clear interval. How did you stop it? Clear interval. If you go to one of the challenge, if you remember when I started JavaScript class only, I told you to take this challenge called 30 days of JavaScript. Lead code problems. There is something called 30 days of JavaScript. Did you remember, Rama? Now, if you go to lead code, if you see this 30 days of JavaScript challenge, in this 30 days of JavaScript challenge, these are also there and they are very important. How do you give it here? See, how do you make it timeout cancellation? How do you make it interval cancellation? These two are very important. Clear, sir? Now, let's start. But, sir, our journey is not over with the timers. In timers, we have something like very simple set timeout is a default function which will take it one function and it will give time in milliseconds. It works. Function will executed executed after given time given time. Set interval function time in milliseconds, same thing, but function will get executed. Function will get executed every time after specific time is over. Again and again and again it will work. We can cancel timeout. We can cancel timeout and we can cancel timeout and interval by clear timeout function, clear timeout and clear interval functions. You have something called clear timeout, you have something called clear interval. By writing this clear timeout and clear interval, you can able to cancel themselves. Does anyone have any questions, sir? Good online, the people who ever done the task, that would be so good. Even the offline one. Nice. So సరే ఇక్కడే ఉండు కాదు ఇక్కడే ఉండు ఇంకొక అరగంట ఉండు. నేను వచ్చేస్తున్నాను. మాకు తెలియదు. సరే ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసి క్లీన్ చేయించినట్టు ఆ తాళం కొనుక్కుంటే పోదు అనిపిస్తానే ఇప్పుడు కూడా సేమ్ సేమ్ అదే ప్లేస్ రా నువ్వు వస్తా. ఓకే. Now, sir, focus. We can cancel the timeout using clear timeout, cancel the interval using clear interval. These are easy, sir. Next comes to the fetch. To understand the fetch today, we will just have a simple logic only. We will understand what is an API. No need to do something bigger things, very simple ones. API, application. Does anyone know full form? Application programming interface. Application programming interface. What does it mean by an API? People will ask this question now, which is very simple. Um, Listen to the story. Imagine you are having Imagine you are having some cool drink shop. You are having some cool drink shop. Okay. Now, one customer came to you for a cool drink. He is a loyal customer. He will come to you, always for the cool drink, soft drinks only. Now, so imagine he came to you for a cool drink. He asked you for thumbs up, and you are not having thumbs up in your store. What you will do? Huh? You have to take it like as people said it true. We will go to another shop and we'll bring it and we will give it to him. We should not say it like no, it's not there. Because if we said it, he will not come to us. If we say it's available in another store, he will not come to us. So instead, we will say, yes, it is available. And without knowing him, we will go to another store and we'll bring it and then we'll give it to him. So what I do is I will send another guy of my store. Okay, this guy will go, obviously with legs also he will go. No, he is like so he will go and again he will bring that drink. Okay, with legs. Yes. Now when he brings them back, okay, now then he will give it to me. Obviously, I will give it to him. This is a basic logic. This is what an API does. Okay. You go to Zomato, you go to Swiggy, you go to Rapido. What you will do is you will click on some location and map will come na. Do you think Rapido people have the map? Do you think the Zomato people have their own map? But they have to show you map na. Zomato people have to show you map. Do they have map? Do they invented Zomato maps? No. Then how come they have maps? They are bringing it from Google Maps. So I go to Zomato, I go to Rapido, I am typing it here one location, SR Nagar. The moment I typed it SR Nagar, the Rapido is asking Google, give me SR Nagar detail. Google is giving to Rapido, Rapido is showing it to me. Are you getting my point, sir? Obviously, it will add some details to it. Rapido guys will put Rapido scooters colors. Zomato people will put Zomato wala. And the Ola put Ola caps on it. To put these things on their maps, to put this kind of things on their map, Google API will charge them. They will say, you are keeping your design on my thing now, my code now, so I will charge you. So they will take charge for it. Are you getting my point, sir? Everywhere in the world is API. Now let me show it to you in real time. Now, if I open Netflix, if I open Netflix, why it's some cookies are there, I think. Actually, Netflix changed its design. Netflix. See, this is what the new design of Netflix. Because of cache, I'm getting the old one. Now, go down. Now, go down. Only on Netflix. If I click it, It is showing me something Dopatti, Money Heist, something Great Indian Kapil Show. If I open the same Netflix in US, will I get this Dopatti and Kapil Show ma? If I open in United States, will I get the same thing? But how do they know I'm from India? Did I give any location details? Did I enter location details ma? I opened in incognito, that's why. I just now opened the site in incognito. I did not give my location, but somehow they are getting location. So I want to know, if you want to inspect something, right click, inspect. When you inspect, there is another option called network. Till now, we have seen three things: elements, console, sources. In sources, also, we have seen like breakpoints and all, but we never went to network. Let's go to network. Network is the place all network requests will happen. Let's refresh it one. Can you see here one network request is their location? Can you see my one request is their location? Let's go down. From our browser, how it is getting location. Dekho, click here, location. Any doubts? Sir, it is requesting some link, sir. And what method it is doing? Get. So get method means it will get some data from this location. What is this link? Can you read that location? Geolocation.onetrust.com cookies something something. What is there in this link? Go here. Can you see here something is there? What is the country? What is the state? TS. What is the state name? Telangana. Are you getting my point, ma? If I open the same website in different location, let me use the usual routine. Let me open VPN. Let's go here. Let's put some VPN. Now, Are, why it is not connecting? Yes, it is connected. Now go here, right click, inspect, network, go down. I will open the only on Netflix here. Click here now. Now also it will take location, right or not? Now dekho. It is asking same link na? And what is there in this link? Let me go here. Right click, location link. Now according to the location link, what is my country name? Great Britain. And the state name is England. Are you getting my point, sir? So the moment I open the page, this Netflix guy want my location, but he is not having location. He don't know. He is asking this link. This link is giving the location, and then he is showing it to me. Same API example. Instead, he is doing something. He is asking some one trust guy. Who is this one trust guy? Let me search it here. New website. One trust geolocation. So you can do something like onetrust.com is there. If you wanted custom geolocation consent, you have to do this. Maybe I have to pay for this. If you read this, if you do this program, it will give you one response like this. It is true. And it is giving similar. How to do this and all. Maybe you have to use some kind of pricing. I don't know. One trust. Any doubts, sir? Now, how the data will come from back end to front end? How the data will come from back end to front end? Back end people will create one link. In that link, the data will be there. How in the JSON data is there, same in the OnePlus link. Similarly, one link will be there. In that link, data will be there. Front end people will use that link and will bring the data. So back end is connected to the front end by using API. By using Who will create that link? Backend people. Who will put data into it? Backend people. What the front end people will do? Only access that link. Only accessing that link, accessing through URL. Through URL, through URL, we can send JSON data. And this is called REST API, RESTful API. REST API. We have through URL, we can send JSON data, which is called REST API. So the backend will send one data, send one URL. In that URL, the data will be there. Front end will take the data and will show you, will give you that. We can access, we can access the data by using, in olden times, sir, we used to use something called XHR. If you see website just now also, when I opened that Netflix, something side, you can see XHR. XHR means XML HTTP request. In olden times, we used to use XML HTTP request. But new time, we got something called method fetch. We can use fetch. Now we will use anyway fetch only in our program. You can also use something like third party Axios. We can use fetch or Axios or XHR. XHR we are not discussing, it's an old method. We will use fetch in our project. Later we will discuss something called Axios also. Any doubts, ma? Any doubts, sir? Online, is it clear, ma, till now? We will see it what is what. Not only about device location, anything you can get it from the link only. Okay. Now, XHR means XML HTTP request. It is an old method where we used to get it based on the link data. Huh? What? SOAP API. అర్థం కాల. We can see APIs are actually different types. We can use GraphQL APIs. We can use something REST APIs. We can use SOAP APIs. Different APIs are there. XML HTTP request can also be used for REST APIs. Okay. But it was altered by fetch. Okay. Now, let's go here. Fetch. How do we do that? Fetch is a web API. Web API means function provided by browser. Web API provided by browser used to perform API requests such as get, post, put, delete. We can use get method, we can use post method, we can use post method, we can use delete method. Okay. Patch is also there. We can use patch method. These are the five major ones. These are the five major ones in API. Mostly initially we will do get method only. Once you understand get only, you can do remaining things. How do you get data from a particular link? You will use this. First, get method. You can give fetch and I can give here a link, sir, whatever the URL we want. What is the difference between API and a web service? Now, basically, a web service will give you direct, answer to the question. API instead, it will provide you a link. On that, the answer will be customizable. Like, like for example, I am using Google Maps. I am using Google Maps. That is a web service. Okay. But Zomato using Google Maps is an API. Why? Because Zomato using Google Maps for me. Zomato also uses Google Maps only, but Zomato is you not opening Google's map and just trying it. No. Zomato is asking Google Maps for me. When I go to Zomato, it is going into Google Map and giving me the result. Right? And that is called API. Are you getting my point, ma? Yeah. Online is it clear, Karthik? Now, you go to one link, fetch, and where you will go give some URL, sir. Once you give the URL, we will check it like how it will come the data, what is promise, how do you store the data which is coming from URL, and how do you do the program with it. Everything we will see tomorrow regarding the fetch. Till now, does anyone have doubts like what we just had an idea on API? Okay, sir, how they have their own map? No one have their own map except Google. No one have their own map. How do they Google have their own map? Google developed with a lot of effort. Google Maps comes after a long time. If you know that from 2008 they worked on maps. Something 2014 they released. And if you, I don't know whether you remembered or not, like it takes so much time. And also initial maps. Did anyone see initial maps? Initial Google Maps. They got lot of changes also. Sir, like this Wiki map, we can customize orange and gray. Yes, you can customize it, but you need to pay for Google guy. You have to go to Google Maps, you have to pay for him, and then you can customize it. Okay? Don't worry, you will see it in future. I will show you API keys and all. At that time, you will understand. Any doubts? Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. That's it for today, ma. We'll see more about it tomorrow and we'll let you know. Okay. Yeah, I will update the notes into the GitHub today. You can check it on.